I used to fantasize about what my life would be like as a published author. Sometimes those fantasies included a husband, and sometimes they did not. But they almost always involved me waking up when I wanted to wake up. Waking up naturally, no alarm clock, no I have to be somewhere at a certain time. But I'd wake up, take my time, in the morning, don't have to rush. I would go through the usual freshening and getting ready for the day, and I would walk out of my bedroom into the main part of the house, and there'd be breakfast waiting because, of course, I had a chef. I would eat a healthy, delicious, but light breakfast. And then I would walk into my writing studio and spend the next so many hours creating my next novel. Then there'd be a rather lavish, but again light lunch, probably eaten on a veranda or screened-in porch of some sort. And then after that, I'd go back into my writing studio and get some of the admin stuff done, answer email and take phone calls. Along about 6 or 7, I'd come back into the main house, maybe change clothes, freshen up again, and head on out to a nice dinner with friends. My fantasies almost always included gatherings of my closest friends, family. We'd play games or just sit, talk, and keep up with each other's lives, share ideas and creativity. On the weekends, there'd be art museums, live music, hanging out on the beach, those kinds of things. When I thought about all of that as I was getting ready to quit my job and go full-time in my business, I had that image, that fantasy of my ideal day in mind. And what I notice is, while I don't have the beautifully appointed home, the regularly scheduled social gatherings, the chef, the husband, I am still, to a large extent, living my dream. I wake up naturally between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning. I freshen. On some occasion, I get dressed and I go for my walk, and I come back. And from about 10 to 1 o'clock, I'm creating. I'm working on my latest book. I'm putting together content for my blog or for my YouTube channel. I'm researching people and companies that I want to pitch my products and services to. And then usually by 2 o'clock, my body tells me that I need to eat something, anything, just put something in the system. So I typically will get up, grab something to eat, then come back, And for the remainder of the afternoon, so from about 3 on, I'm free. I'm free to do whatever it is I want to do. So, yep, this is how I spend most of my working days, in my bathrobe and my pajamas. Now, of course, if I'm hot flashing, then all bets are off, and my work attire is not suitable for the office. But anyway, the bathrobe and the pajamas are fairly significant in terms of my life up to this point. You see, years and years ago, and stop me if you've heard this, because I've told this story I don't know how many times now at this point, but I was working corporate, of course. I was an admin assist, and we had recently switched managers, and in that switch, my position, and I guess I fell out of favor, right? There were a couple of folks on the team that, while I didn't know it beforehand, once we switched managers, it became apparent that they didn't think I was necessary. So, for whatever reasons, there were a couple of things going on that left me under a level of scrutiny that I hadn't been under before, right? So all of a sudden, my work attire was being questioned if I was, within the dress code and whatnot. And for whatever reasons, however it worked out, manager passed around this article, of course, about dressing appropriately for the office, or professional dress, or whatever the headline was. And one of the sections was titled, "Dress for the position you want, not the position you have." I'm sure you've heard this before. Again, all this was real big back in the 90s, right? But anyway, so manager's passing this article around to everybody on the team. Article gets to me, and I read it, and I noticed that headline, or sub-headline, "Dress for the position you want, not the one you have." And I wrote on a sticky note, and I will never forget this. I wrote on a sticky note, if this were the case, I'd be coming into the office in my fuzzy robe, my bunny slippers, and my pajamas, because what I really want to do is sit at home and write. And so I don't know if I'll ever see that particular manager again. I don't know if he even would remember this incident, right? He's gone on to do his thing and rise among the ranks and all that good jazz, right? But I would love to be able to tell him and anybody else who might have read that sticky note that, yeah, it may have taken me a minute, but I'm here. I am living this part of the dream. Now, yes, money is an issue. In order to live the life that I have come to enjoy living, I need money to buy the food when I want to eat. I need to pay rent. I need to pay bills, put gas in the car, get books printed. But aside from that, how I'm spending my days, global pandemic, social distancing, blah, blah, blah aside, I'm spending my days living the dream. When I think about it, I'm really grateful. I'm really glad I made that decision to quit my job and create and spend my days putting words to page. So I guess I say all that to say this. If it's something you're thinking about, amidst all the fear and whatnot that comes from taking that particular leap of faith, leaving all that you're supposed to do, all that other people tell you you should be doing. When it comes time to really go 100% into what you want to do, I think once you plan, you need to plan for it. You need to have your money in reserves. You need to have a way to afford health care, afford emergencies. You need to have a way to do that. Once you get those things in place, then I say go for it. I say chuck all this conventional should, supposed to, working to please others or pursuing a career just because somebody else told you to. All of that, I say get rid of that. Figure out what that ideal day looks like. And if you can't jump right into it, then get as close as you possibly can. But for goodness sakes, don't wait. Don't waste time. Don't let the fear of what somebody else is going to think or say about your chosen lifestyle stop you from choosing it. Yeah, go for that ideal. Do what you can to safely transition out of where fear has kept you into where joy and peace are calling you to be. So yeah, that's all I got for this one. I hope you enjoyed this little foray into how I spend my days these days. And I will see you in the next one.